I hope your day has been beautiful. I hope you are doing well. Your day has been going smoothly. Well, okay, so I have come with something I actually have noticed some parents battling with. Okay, and it's actually a huge problem or challenge to some people or to some parents. So that is why I have decided to really delve into it, okay, on a very deeper note. Okay, so it's about autism. Okay, just a minute, please. My network is really bad. Okay, fine. Okay, so it's about autism and people. Excuse me, please, just a minute. Oh my god, mama. Oh, it's not working. Okay, guys, I'm back fully. I'm so sorry. I'm kind of distracted. Okay, actually had to. I tried to sneak away from the kids, but I'm found somehow. Okay, so it's about autism. You handling and dealing with children that have autism. Okay, if you have children that feel really restless and they find it very difficult to understand what you're saying, okay, they can hear you talk but they are not listening. They can see you but they cannot really visualize you or what you're trying to what your gestures are. Okay, they could oh god mercy, they are here, there, everywhere at the same time. Okay, it is usually very difficult for you to deal with these children, okay, that have autism. All right, and you can notice autism in children that are less than 3 years. Okay, you see them, they are making repetitive sounds. All right, they say things over and over and over and over again. Some of them are very allergic to lights. Some are they don't like associating with people. Some don't like crowd. Some do not like some do not like crowd, some do not like noise. Okay, and the noise goes as far as could be as simple as you saying something. Okay, just a simple word from one's mouth can be considered to be noise in their ear. Just a simple hello boy, hello girl can be perceived by them to be noise. Okay, so you really want to be very careful when you handle children with autism. But the good thing about this health condition, oh god, with these children is the good thing about mama, see if you can go to the sitting room. The good thing about children with this health condition is they are very when it comes to some of them, most of them are very artistic. Okay, they can visualize things in their mind and then put it into drawing and then it comes out really beautiful. Okay, aside of that, they like music. Majority of them really love music. All right, aside of music, some are excellently good when it comes to solving problems like mathematics and anything that has to do with analysis. Okay, they are very good at it, so they're not really useless. No, that of course nobody's useless. They're not yes, they are not useless children at all. Okay, but some parents sometimes tend to pour out all their aggression on those children because they feel, no, I'm telling you something, so you should be able to understand. I'm talking to you, you should be able to do what I want you to do. But most times you don't even have to do it like that. I mean, especially when you know that the child is has autism in him or her. Okay, so you should consider handling it from a different perspective. Okay, guys. So you should handle such children with special care. Okay, and then when you have kids that are, oh my god, when you have kids that are stubborn, all right, you should also handle those children with special care. Okay, the first thing you should do when dealing with a child that is stubborn, okay, the first thing you should do is to be calm. Yes, it could be really, really difficult, okay? But you really have to practice the act of being calm when you're dealing with an autism child, a child that has autism. Okay, the difference between a child that has autism and a child that is stubborn is a few difference. A child that has autism, this child does not understand what you are saying. Okay, you both are in two separate worlds. The child that has autism is always feeling restless. He or she wants to always be on the move. He or she wants to be always on the go. Okay, so he or she doesn't care about what is happening. If it is safe for him or her to run into the road, he doesn't care. He doesn't want to know, but he or she just wants to move at that particular time. Okay, that is a child that has autism. And then another child, yes, the child that do not have autism, that is naturally stubborn. Some of them understand what you are saying, okay, but they just tend to display this hard part of them, okay, because they have their own mind, they have their own thoughts, and they are free to express any kind of emotion anyhow they want it. Okay, so dealing with a child that has autism, you should consider being calm as well, just like you're going to deal with a child that has that is stubborn. Okay, no child is temperamental. Just like dealing with a child that is stubborn, okay, or that is strong-headed, all right, you have to master the act of being calm. All right, it is not easy because sometimes they might act in a certain way, and the next thing is you will look for a bottle to just break their head or a broom to pieces on their body or something, okay, because you're very upset, you're very angry at the moment. Okay, but that is not a right approach to handling that. Oh my goodness, that is not the right way to handle that. Okay, so you should consider the act of being calm. All right, and you should also let the child that is stubborn know that there are consequences for whatsoever action that he or she decides to take, and you do not enforce your will on that child. You can only bring it up as a suggestion, yeah, because that child have their own mind, so they could decide to go against your enforcement, and at the end of the day you could see it as being disrespectful. Okay, you could see it as not obeying you. But when you okay, let me give an example. My child comes to me and tells me that he or she wants to go for a party at night by 10 p.m. and I know that it is not really safe for that child to be out by that time alone. Okay, and wherever he or she is going to, I know it is not really safe. Okay, so I'm not going to tell that child, you are not going to go, you will not go. Okay, because if I give it as an order and tell that child you are not going to go, that child could still decide to sneak out of the house and attend the party. Okay, now two things has happened. That child has disobeyed me, and he or she has also dared me to do my worst. You understand? That is me enforcing my choice on a stubborn child. No, you're not going to go. So he or she is going to end up daring me and satisfying his or her choice. Okay, but if that child comes to me and tells me he or she wants to go for a party, and I tell that child, okay, it's a good idea, but don't you think it is late? It's a choice. If you choose to go, you go. Okay, that child, if it's a child that is sensitive, would not go, because he or she would know that the response I have given to him or her, I didn't say yes and I didn't say no fully. Okay, so if it is child that is wise enough, he or she will know that it is a no, because he or she is expecting me to give my approval for him or her to go to that party, the night party. Okay, so now me not telling that child the choice is yours, and also telling the child that thank you and also telling the child that the time is a little bit late. Okay, it's going to sink in that child's head. Okay, and it's also going to make the child to have a rethink if he or she, oh my goodness, if he or she should go. I'm gonna give him. If he or she should go ahead to attend the party. Okay, so that boils down to you not enforcing your choice on your child, on your stubborn child. Okay, because he or she has their own mind already. Okay, so but you could only suggest, bring up suggestions. Jesus. You could only bring up suggestions, yeah, to your child. Okay, you're gonna leave options open to them. So whatever kind of option you decide to leave, okay, if you decide to leave option A or option B, you are just going to know that whichever option they choose or decide to take at the end of the day is going to favor you as the parent or as the guardian. Okay, so there is no need trying to force a child, no, you must do this, no, you have to do this, no, it has to be like this. Okay, at the end of the day, you're going to end up getting the child frustrated, and those child would eventually become rebellious. Okay, because they would always want to dare you. What is she going to do? What is he going to do? Okay, and you should also try to, then when it comes to kids that are autism, that suffers from autism, that's the ones that are always restless, they do not understand what anybody is saying, that has they're always repeating words. Okay, those kind of children, you should also try to be very patient with them. Okay, you should always try to give them words of affirmation, and you should know what triggers them. Like some kids that have autism, some of them do not like sounds. Not sounds like music sounds or road crowded sound. No, like when you talk to some of them, like simple hello there, it echoes in their head. So when you study that you have a child that has autism and is allergic to sound, so what you want to do is to get an earphone. Okay, try to help that child. Then you can work on his or her visuals. Just find out what he or she is good at. Like I said earlier, those kind of kids are very good when it comes to arts, when it comes to drawing, when it comes to music, when it comes to solving problems, when it comes to mathematics. Those children are very good at it. Okay, so they are not it's quite unfortunate that they are restless. They have autism and they feel they don't relate like every other normal child in some aspects of their life, but in another aspect which you should concentrate on and improve on as a parent, you should actually put in 101 or 110% effort in developing whatsoever skills that those children have. Okay, do not try to pour out your aggression on them or start being angry unnecessarily. What kind of a child are you? You're gonna kill me, or I'm gonna kill you. No. Yes, it's understandable to get angry sometimes from time to time. It is quite understandable, but do not try to pour out your aggression on these kids. Okay, if you want to get the best out of them, okay, you should just, oh my god, try to take it easy, one step at a time. Okay, so that is that about the children with autism, and then handling stubborn children. Okay, so try to be calm with them, and whenever they do something good, you have to always be conscious to reward them. If it's just a simple candy, if it is a sweet, if it's chocolates, anything at all, okay, just to make them feel appreciated that they did something good. Okay, and if they do something that is not good, like I said, they are entitled to their opinion, they have their mind, and they are free to explore. If they do something that is not good, it's not for you to go ahead straight up and give them punishments and all that. Okay, you should try telling them this thing they do is not really good. Okay, let them be in try to do a scenario like them being in your position and how they are going to see it. I'm not saying that when a child is wrong, then you pamper the child. No. I'm not saying that, okay, when a child tries to cross the road, okay, which is very wrong, then when you get to the child, you hug the child, kiss the child, and tell the child, well done. Mbah. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the approach in which you make this correction. And then another thing, some people are so fond of pampering children. Some people are so fond of petting children, over petting them to the extent that those children end up becoming something else. No, that is not love. Like even the Bible says, I'm not so good with the Bible. Okay, even the Bible says when a child does wrong, you bring the child and spank. No, you. Am I right? Okay, you spank a child. Use a rod and holy God, you use a rod on the child and whatever. You spank the child when the child is wrong. You spank the child when the child is wrong. So even the Bible approves it. So there is no way you can say you love a child and then you watch the child misbehaving and then you be saying I love. Look, it's going to get to a stage, if you do not discipline that child the right way, it is going to get to a stage that all those things you think you're doing for that child, it's going to end up backfiring on you. Yes, because if you do not train a child well, at the tender stage, at the little stage, at the teenage stage, when that child gets to a particular stage, it's going to be, I don't want to use the word useless, but it's going to be a pain on you, because all the expectations that you're supposed to expect from a normal child, that child is not going to possess it. Okay, that child is not going to possess it, and they will end up hating you for it at the end of the day. So when your child is wrong, you spank the child, you correct the child immediately. All right, it doesn't have to be immediately. It doesn't mean that you have to punish that child immediately. No, it means you have to consciously caution a child when a child is wrong. Okay, you consciously caution a child when a child is wrong. Okay, let me take myself for example. Let's say I probably wanted to, my child did something good, and I feel I got so excited. Okay, my child did very well in school, and I felt I needed to surprise my child, and we probably went to the supermarket or something, and my budget is to get something of 2 naira. Okay, and we got to the place, and my child is pointing at something of 50 naira, and I do not have 50 naira to purchase that thing. If it is a child that I have trained well, and I tell the child, oh, sorry there, I do not have this 50 naira, I can only afford to get you something of 2 naira. If it is a sensible child that I have trained, or you as a parent have trained, that child should be able to understand with you. It doesn't matter the age. Okay, you could tell the child, okay, I will get you something better. But if it is a child that you haven't done your own work well as a parent, and the child insists that you have to get that thing of 50 naira, for example, and you try to explain, the child is going to end up causing commotion or raising alarm that, oh, mama, please open the door. Fine. It's going to end up raising alarm that, oh, this is what happened, this is what I want, and you have to get it for me. Okay, the child is not only embarrassing him or herself, he's also embarrassing you because you didn't do your homework well. Okay, so that is why you have to concentrate really well on these kids with autism and kids that are stubborn. All right, guys. Okay, I hope this is helpful. Hold on, I hope this is helpful to you guys. So till I come your way again, remain blessed. I love you. Mwah. Bye. No.